What's up? Welcome back to Crystal Tarot, or welcome if you're new. Please consider subscribing. This is going to be a reading, the Divine Feminine's messages to the Divine Masculine. Divine Feminine to the Divine Masculine. Last shuffle. We're going to look at the energy, but we're not going to take it. You have the Temperance, the Death, and Justice. All had came out in the reverse. So, sorry, I don't feel like that was a good toss. But it's in the reverse. Okay. So, yeah, Temperance, Death, and Justice. I feel like there's something needing to be healed or going to be healed in regards to something that had ended, to make something fair, like to correct some sort of like, it's like, you know, when you do something that you wish you didn't do and you wish you could have done something different. It's that kind of energy. Like you're getting the opportunity to do something different for some of you. All right, feminine messages to the Divine Masculine. All right, since it's the Divine Feminine's messages to the Divine Masculine, this is our last shuffle. The Divine Feminine will be on my left, and the mutual energy will be in the middle, and the Divine Masculine will be on my right. All right, the Feminine's energy. Okay, so Divine Feminine had got the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Hermit, and the Death card. So there's definitely something that is transitioning. I feel like she feels like she's learning something. I feel she's alone learning whatever this is. Like something has ended very harshly for her. As she's coming to realization that things have ended, and she's learning like she's learning the higher level. Oh my goodness. She's learning the higher lesson from the harsh experience, whatever that was for her. There's an energy here of like this knowledge that she's gaining is giving her some sort of like empowerment as she moves forward. She's gaining like keys to success, or like some sort of like, I don't know, it's like a victory, a healing, some sort of wish fulfillment, because she like stopped pursuing things that, like, she was pushing against things that were not, that like as she pushed against it, it would run from her. So I felt like there was something like she like called truce on something and accepted it for what it is. And as she's moving forward, and allowing whatever ending needs to take place, she's allowing those. And she's spending some time on her own. She's getting to know herself better, more deeper, like more in depth than what she has in the past. And I felt like there's like new fortune coming in for her. She's becoming like a new person. She's transitioning and evolving by allowing whatever ending is needing to take place. And that's going to allow some sort of benefit for her, some sort of forward movement, potentially a financial gain. Divine Feminine, go get lottery tickets. She's learning something. She's learning something at a much deeper level than what she has previously known things to be. She's accepting harsh truths, harsh realities. Divine Masculine's energy. Divine Masculine. He don't really got nothing. The World. Talking about a change. Wanting something different. Having new cycles. Talking about the Fool card is the mute. I want to go again for him. If not, remember it's the Fool card. And it is the Fool card that he got. The bottom of the deck is the devil. So this talks about the toxic energies, right? This talks about like codependencies, the toxic energies, the things that we do out of our ego. So I felt like the divine feminine, she's learning her lesson. She's allowing those endings to take place. She's moving on. She's moving forward. She's healing. She's allowing some sort of prosperity, like fortunate destiny, fortune tied to her destiny to come through. There's some sort of like higher level of commitment that's potentially coming in, as well as prosperity, fate, a higher level of knowing things, being wise. Okay. The divine masculine, these toxic energies for him, I feel like he also might as well have the death card. Maybe that was hard for it to come out because the card that he was going to use was taken. So there's definitely some sort of change in his environment as well. It's complete different. He's having to be optimistic and take a new leap of faith about whatever change he's experiencing in regards to like these codependent energies, these toxic energies, toxic tendencies, toxic habits. All right, let's see. So the divine feminine wants to talk about, she's got an issue right off the bat with toxicity. Like she's not down with the crap. Maybe she's had it up to past there with all the crap. I don't know. Divine feminine. There's the pre-message. There's something somebody wasn't allowing themselves to see, to hear for some of them. There's something they weren't allowing themselves to acknowledge, but there's some sort of healing coming into that. They're accepting the harsh truth. I feel like we already said that. Okay, then you have the World card, the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. So there's definitely a change coming in, a new cycle. There's going to be some sort of communication. Once somebody's aware of this new cycle, they're going to want to fix things. They're going to, like at the last minute, I feel like they're aware somebody's healing something. I don't know. You have the Tower. Something's going to be very unexpected. There's going to be some shakeup because it's for everybody's greater good. The divine masculine and feminine might be having karmic relationships coming to an end, like once and for all, for some of you. I was being reminded of generational curses right now. This isn't going to be for everybody, but for some of you, that could be what this devil card is in regards to. Like just doing things differently, like the divine masculine, like he might have generational expectations of how men behave in the family and like what's expected in relationships and X, Y, and Z. Like just having some sort of expectation. And he's like moving on from that. So he's doing things different, experiencing things different from there. And the divine feminine, she might like she might have generational curses. Hold on, guys. Okay, hold on. We got another one. Okay. She might have generational curses in regards to finances, like the money, the women like needing men to help with finances, or like needing men to help in some sort of way and not having men to do that. So I feel like there's something that's going to be ending in regards to that. Something in regards to the commitments and who they commit to. There's endings in regards to that for some of you feminine. There's like, what is it called? It like where you self-sabotage. For some of you, there's going to be an ending to self-sabotage tendencies. But I feel like that's like a generational thing for a lot of the feminine in your family. Okay, so I don't know what this is for, but there's a pre-message here. There's a couple of them actually. You have the Two of Cups with the Judgment. Then you have the Knight of Wands with the King of Pentacles. And you also have the Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I'm getting this energy. Okay, for this first part, I'm getting this energy of, yes, there's been a lot of options, right? There's a lot of people available, male or female. But there's always one that you wish it would have been better. You wish it would have turned out differently. For some of you, there's this energy of the Knight of Wands and the King of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to be moving forward. There's a lot of ways, like this might have took a lot of time, or there's a lot of ways to go about this, or there's a lot of moving parts, or a lot of people that are helping move this along. But there's passion and like that primitive instinct, like just feeling naturally drawn to something and moving towards that for your stability, for your foundation, for your long-term living. I don't know. Take that as that resonates. Don't force the messages. Okay. Divine Feminine's message to the Divine Masculine. No more pre-message. I'm going to take pre-message. I'm not going to lie. I'll take them if they come out. But no more. But if they come out, I'll read them. All right. Final shuffle. Divine Feminine. Oh, spooky. Okay, this is like, okay. Wow. It looks like the Divine Feminine is communicating that she's been holding on to something too long. She's been waiting for too long, and she's it took her a long time to realize the truth, but she's realized it, and she's accepting a new cycle forward. Okay. Divine Masculine, he didn't know or doesn't know how to like offer, how to engage, how to move forward. But he was interested in an offer. He was interested in an opportunity. I don't know. He was interested. He's also learning something. I feel like he thinks about the Divine Feminine a lot. He's trying to create something behind the scenes. He's spying. For some, he's spying. For others, like he's gathering information. There's some sort of defensive energy behind this information gathering. There's defensive information. There's defensiveness behind the tactics of gathering this information. Where did it go? Oh shit! I was like, I don't know if it was okay. I don't know if it's the 8 of Wands or the 9 of Wands. Let me check. But then you got the 8 and 9 back to back. My bad. This is the Swords. What the heck? So the 9 of Wands, but 8 of Swords. So somebody's stuck in their mind about, like, should I try again? Should I do something? Like, they're receiving information. They're receiving data, however they're receiving it. And they're stuck in their mind about their action or not. I'm going to say the Divine Feminine is just like, forget it. If you got to think about it that hard, just don't do it. Yeah. The Divine Masculine, there's like some unknown energy at the end of his Okay, so it's about information. Like, what do you know? What do you want to say? Like, learning something, seeking out something. I don't know. For everybody, it's different. The divine feminine, she's been like waiting to get this communication. She's been holding on to hoping to have communication. She might have held on to like contact information or something, or like there's something that she keeps wanting to find out, but she finally realizes that like she's not gonna like if he doesn't want to tell her, she's not gonna know, and if he tells her, it might be a lie, so she didn't want to know. It's like something of like you're like knowing you're not going to receive the information you want or not receive factual information, so you're just not going to accept it, but instead I'm going to take this forward movement. I'm going to go ahead and bounce, keep it moving. I'm going to go ahead and keep it moving. All right, so this information or seeking this out, whatever, let's read. He's talking about the lack of forward movement in what he was emotionally interested in. There was emotional interest, but there was lack of forward movement. But I wanted to, but I was too immature to do it. Instead, I'm stuck thinking about it. But I've learned a lot. I would like to create something, and there's a lot of unknown factors here. There's like more, like he's not going to say too much more about it. He stresses about it. I feel like both of this right here, the feminine and the masculine, they're like it's very short. It's like neither of them are providing much information, and neither of them are asking too much. She's like, she waited for something for a long time. It didn't come. She realized the truth, even though it took a long time to realize this truth. Like she knew it, but she kind of didn't want to notice it for a long time. So she avoided it. But then however, she accepted the truth, and there's forward movement. So there's a gap in that, gap in her details too. There's a gap in his details. So I felt like both of these parties are kind of like, I know he cares, but he didn't. He cares, but he's not enough to move forward, right? She wants to know, but not enough to push. She waits to receive it. But that's what the feminine energy does. It's supposed to wait to receive. The feminine energy is receptive energy. I feel like she just got tired of waiting. I don't know how long this was, but in the process, like she's learning things. She might be spying on him from time to time. Both of them might be spying on each other from time to time. Somebody's definitely looking into the other. Both of them are secretive at points. Or maybe not secretive, but they're not forthcoming. Maybe they don't feel 100% comfortable. Hermit. There's some sort of energy of like feeling like there's a lot of lessons to learn. I feel like when this couple met, it was like a long time ago. There was like a lot of immature energy. There was like self-doubt, self-sabotage. That could be on both ends. It doesn't just have to be on the feminine side. And then I felt like there's like they had to go alone. They had to go be alone. They're alone. And they might be in relationships, but they had to separate from each other to learn something about their confusion, their self-doubt, their self-sabotage. Oh. All right, let's see what else. Goodness. They're working really hard at having stability, moving forward towards what feels grounded towards them. They don't want to, though. For some, I feel like, I don't know if it's the divine feminine or masculine. It might be both. but somebody's working really hard at something, and they're like kind of tired. They're I feel like they're not seeing. There's an easier way to do it, and they're not seeing it. Or maybe this working is behind the scenes for some. They don't want it to be seen. But it's all with the intention to create something, to manifest something, to have something abundant, to have something for the long term. It's very like whatever party, the male or female, I feel like it's the divine masculine. It might be the divine feminine in other ways. I feel like well, yeah, it might be both of them. Both of them are working at something. It's just they're working at different things. But either way, whatever it is that they're working at, it's all with the intent for long-term stability, to be happy, to be stable. I feel like the passion is like being put on the side. That could be something like what they've learned, right? Like she was passionate. The divine feminine. Oh shit. And there's the sun card. Whatever this is that they're working towards with this intention, they're gonna have it. They have the sun underneath it. Like whoever's working at whatever you're working at, you're gonna have success. I got sidetracked. The divine feminine. I don't know. It'll come back to me maybe. But there's something where she's working. Everybody's working, right? Everybody's working at something. That's what. Okay, she was at the one point, she was wanting to know something. She was refusing to let go of this information, this knowledge, whatever this was for whoever this is for, right? But then as much as she wasn't accepting it, as much as she was refusing it, there was like this change, this new cycle came in. So she like kind of accepted it is what it is. She's not chasing it no more. She would like, at one point in time, she wanted to know. I don't know if she wants to know anymore, but she's definitely not chasing it. She's not expecting it. She's not waiting for it. She's like made her peace that it's not coming in. She's had a new cycle. She's moved. It's a new cycle forward. She's moved on from this. Okay. And somebody, whatever they're working at, I don't know what site it is, but somebody's working at something for their stability to bring them happiness, right? To bring them joy. The goal is to be happy. And that's exactly what they're going to have. Whatever it is that they're going in towards, they're going to have it. They're going to be successful. Whoever's working at whatever, I don't know who's working at what, but it's going to be good. It's going to work out. It's a lot of work going into it, a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of effort, but it's going to pay off. It's going to be worth it. All right, final shuffle. Divine feminine to the divine masculine. Hold on, one more. Divine feminine to divine masculine. Divine feminine to the divine masculine. Okay. No, these ones came out together. Shoot, she's got the Four of Pentacles again. So she's not. There's something she hasn't let off, but she has. She has and she hasn't. Family didn't work out. And we got that message from her on his messages to her. I don't remember what the topic was, but I remember that coming across. All right, his side. Okay. Being stuck in your thoughts. All right. So both of them aren't willing to acknowledge something, or they're trying to avoid something. This is hilarious. Divine feminine. she's really stuck in her thoughts about having her abundance, her, not necessarily her abundance, but her stability. She's working really hard at being structured, at being like having a solid foundation, doing what looks like is going to work out for the long term for her. There's an energy with the Four of Pentacles that she keeps trying to get out of her thoughts, but she can't. She's holding on to some sort of energy that she's trying to get away from, but she can't. She's when she's stuck in her thoughts, she's trying to be positive. She's trying to like tell herself good things. She's trying to be optimistic. She's stuck in her thoughts about a home not working out, her family environment not working out, her whatever this is not working out for her. Maybe she got married and it didn't work out. She has children and maybe they're rude and mean. Or maybe like the stability, like the thing she had invested in, like didn't work out. Something didn't work out. Okay, we're gonna move on. She's stuck in her head about something not being fair. Hi guys, sorry, I just looked at the messages, my bad. Sorry guys, I'm gonna check in on it more often, my bad. Let's see. She's stuck in her thoughts about making something fair, or something wasn't fair, or something should have been fair, something wasn't fair. Maybe she got a divorce, or she's getting a divorce, or there's some sort of legal something that she either went through or she is going through, and she's thought about it. She's also stuck in her head about the heartache, the hurt, the disappointment. But she thinks that she's healed these hurt, these disappointments, these unfairnesses. Or she doesn't want to look at it. She tries not to. It hurts too much. It's too sensitive to look at. On his side, he's thinking about, dang, there's less options than what there used to be, or there's less resources than what they're used to be, or I don't know what this is. He's stuck in his head about like maybe the options. I don't know. Like the love's not the same. Like he wonders if she still cares, or if somebody still cares, or I don't know. Like maybe he's used to people giving him a lot of attention, and I felt like there's been like a decrease in that, or a lack of interest in the things that could be what it is. I feel like there's been a lack of interest in the things that he used to be interested in. I don't feel like it's necessarily other people. Good. I like it when everybody has good days. Good days are good days. They're hard to come by. So enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy it. I'm glad for you. I'm happy for you. Congratulations. But make sure you like him too. make sure you're still interested. Let that play out. Don't put all your eggs in one basket right away. I'm learning those things. All right. He's stuck. Okay. He's stuck in his head about options, like not options, because he's already chosen to not have so many. Like okay. I'm getting for some he only wants one option, but he's not sure if that one option wants him. And he's stuck in his head about how does he become an option to his option. He's learned a lot of things, right? Like things are different. So he's gotten information or knows something now about a lack of forward movement, a lack of an emotional forward movement. He wants to provide an offer, an opportunity. He's stuck in his head and he's not able to sleep, right? Like this bothers him, but he's kind of getting over that energy too because he has it in the reverse, but he still has it. So he's able to sleep more. He has some like sort of peace of mind because he's learned something, but he wants to manifest something. He's trying to create something, but he's stuck in his head about how he creates these opportunities. He only wants one option. He used to get a lot of, and he probably still does get a lot of interest, but he's not interested in all those options. He's interested in one option, and he's trying to figure out how does he become an option for his one option, his one interest, or pique their interest for him again or something. He might be like having to move or something as well. There's like, I don't know. Let's keep it moving. Hold on though. I want to know what this is. What is this? I need a smaller deck. I need more smaller decks. I'm going to have to use this big old card. But I'm nosy. I'm going to see. What is this divine feminine message to the divine masculine? Divine feminine to the divine masculine's message. Divine feminine to the divine masculine. Okay, we're done. I want to know what is this, the moon card on his side. What is, he doesn't want it to be known. It's very like, he doesn't want it to be known, but it's something that he's passionate and wanting to take forward movement on. He has the Empress, and now he has, well, the Empress next to the moon, and now he has the Page of Wands to clarify the moon. He's wanting to communicate something or like do something, take some sort of forward action that he's passionate about. And then you have the Wheel at the bottom of the deck right now. There's some sort of new cycle coming in. Okay, I'm going to put this right here. I hope I don't close you guys. Okay, next, let's get into the next topic. Divine feminine to divine masculine. These cards are way too small for me to know if you guys have a pre-message in here or not. Oh, unless it does that. You have the Seven of Wands. Sorry, they're really freaking small, so glasses are not. The Seven of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. So I felt like somebody was defensive at one point in time in regards to a love connection. I felt like they're seeing things more like from a different angle, a different perspective now, and they're wanting to like move towards having stability, making things balanced and fair. I feel like this is the divine masculine wanting to do this towards the divine feminine. The divine feminine's not doing anything. She's just like, she's done. She's done. I felt like she's been holding on to communication, wanting to have something, and it never came. So she accepted this new cycle. And she's stuck in her head. She's stuck in her thoughts about the things that she held on to and how long she held on to them for. So she's definitely not pursuing anything. She's not going towards anything anymore. She's thinking about, I can't believe I waited that long. I can't believe I went through this for this long. I can't believe I waited this long. Or I can't believe I waited. Like something about her intuition too, telling her something, and she didn't listen to it at first. She's definitely not pursuing nothing. So the fact that we're just talking about, oh, somebody's thinking about pursuing something, That's that divine masculine, unless the divine feminine is thinking about pursuing like tangible things, like furthering herself, furthering her environment. It's definitely not pursuing a relationship. She's like moved on. Yeah, you have the Eight of Cups. That's funny. I guess now we're getting the message of the feminine, but we should go with her first because this is her messages first. But based upon the energy, I'm gonna say that was the divine masculine. Now this is the feminine, but take it as it resonates for you. You have the Eight of Cups, the Empress, the Seven of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. So there's this energy of like walking away from the things that are no longer emotionally fulfilling, the things that are no longer emotionally satisfying, or maybe they never were. Like standing in your power, like being in the energy of receiving, right? Like not putting energy into things. Like you're just like putting your intentions out, and that's all you're putting out. That's all. Just energy, not action, just energy. And then sitting back waiting for it to come in. Sitting back just waiting. And like code harshly rejecting the, not necessarily code, but yeah, kind of. It's like I want my foundation, I want my stability. People were mean and rude to me. So like by any means, I'm going to get away from the crap. I'm going to fight for my stability. I'm going to like, I don't know. You have the Empress next to the Seven of Swords. So you have to steal. He, whoever this energy is for, they have to steal a way to create something. They're no longer emotionally satisfied in something. So they're trying to go towards something that they want to create. But to do that, they have to steal away from something they're no longer wanting to create with. And that's going to be a fight. That's going to be difficult to do. But they're going to do it because they want their stability. They want their long-term foundation. They want to be, I don't know how to say it. They want to be in their home. Like, but it feels like home. Like they want to be happy. They want to be in the environment that they feel is comfortable with them, that they don't have to fight in it, with it, for it. Da, da, da. I feel like they're going to fight for their environment, for a new environment, but they don't want to be fighting in their environment. They don't want to have to be arguing, and like it's not that kind of energy. It's like I'm going to fight to get away from this to have something better. It's not I'm going to be fighting in my home, in my environment. I'm not going to be doing that. They're getting away from those kind of energies. It's possible. Technically, everybody has divine feminine and masculine. I'm a female, but my chart, I have a lot more masculine energy than feminine energy. So take the energy as it resonates. It's not like, oh, because you're male, that you're going to be on the divine masculine side all the time. Take the energy as it resonates. Sorry, I can't see, guys. You have the Knight of Pentacles, but it came in the reverse. So somebody is not moving forward. Like this is the slowest night and it's in the reverse. Somebody is not moving. They're not doing it because they're seeing things different. They're seeing things from a different perspective. Whoever this part is resonating with, they used to put a lot of energy into things. They used to, they used to move forward towards things, maybe kind of slow, but they move forward towards things. And they're not anymore. They're just sitting back waiting. They're seeing things a lot different. They're no longer sacrificing things that they sacrificed. They're no longer giving in to things that they might have before. All right, divine feminine messages to the divine masculine. Divine feminine. You have the 10 of Swords. Just want to be known. Somebody's like fed up. Somebody's tired of thinking. Okay, so right now, And then you have the Three of Cups right here. Somebody wants to be happy. They're tired of being mad and sad. But over here, right here with being stuck in your thoughts, I was reading this, and then my hand accidentally like touched this card, and it came off, and then the Lovers like wanted to be known. So I feel like this is in regards to being stuck in your thoughts, but also in regards to like love, feeling love, expressing love, connecting with yourself, loving yourself. Okay. And those messages were like, hold on. I feel like I have to go back again. We're going to come back to this. Hold up. Give me a second, guys. So stuck in your thoughts about a connection or about yourself, something that like you need your internal confidence to move this along, right? So I'm getting the divine feminine. The reason why she went through these hurts, these disappointments, these things that were feeling like unbalanced was because there was like a lack of self-love, a lack of understanding how connections were supposed to work, a lack of balance in her home environment potentially, it as a child and as an adult. There's some sort of energy as well. Like she's the one, like her encouraging herself and spirit encouraging her as well is what's moving this movement along for her, and what has made her like realize it's time to realize a certain truth about something. And like it's like her self-love, her refusal to be run over anymore, and the divine is what's like encouraging her forward movement towards her stability. Like she's receiving downloads to her forward movement on how she gets her stability. And it's funny too because I feel like spirit also like tells her when she's stuck in her head about something wasn't fair. I feel like spirit like reminds her faults in those parts. Like spirit always engages with everybody, right? But there's like something here where she's engaging with herself, but it also engaging with spirit like on a higher level. For the divine masculine, this is like an internal thing with him, within himself. Like he was needing everybody's acknowledgement, everybody's attention to feel like empowered about himself. It was something within his ego. Like maybe he had childhood issues too, that if he wasn't getting the attention, then he wasn't worthy enough. He wasn't valued. He wasn't appreciated. And there's something about him finally like having self-love and realizing his own power, his self-value, and realizing he doesn't need other people's approvals. He doesn't need other people's like go ahead. I heard go ahead. He doesn't need other people's approval to move, to make his decisions. Like all he needs is his own. Like he both male and female, I felt like they're both learning that like it's their own power that moves them forward. They're the own person they're the only person that gets to say what their future is gonna be like or not. Okay. So then you have the Three of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Somebody just wants to be happy. They're tired of being trapped in their thoughts. They're like somebody has like completely like betrayed somebody and they're not going to have it no more. Somebody is done. I'm being reminded of this dream. Oh my God. A long time ago, I had this dream. And I'm not going to go into all the details, but I wanted something and I couldn't have it until I got up from, like, it was funny. In my dream, I was actually this freaking 9 of Swords. I was like the person laying on the freaking ground with all these swords in me, just hurt and defeated, right? And in my dream, I just, it was fucked up. I like, things were going on all around me, things I wanted to experience. And like I just kept laying there with all them freaking swords until I got up and be like, I'm not laying here with these swords no more. Until I chose to get up and experience life. That's when I got to like start experiencing things. But up until that point, I was just like everything in my peripheral, right? Just laying on the floor, like the freaking dirt, face in the dirt in my dream with all of these freaking swords in my back. It was ridiculous. And then basically when I got over my pity party and decided like F this and moved on, that's when life moved on. That's when my dream, like, then I of course woke up shortly after that. But either way, I got to move on. But there's some sort of energy, maybe like whoever that's for, male or female, there's something of realizing that, allowing that to kind of be your truth and moving on from that, being happy, moving into some sort of celebration, being happy instead of being hurt and disappointed and being stuck in your thoughts. Just releasing all that energy. All right, divine feminine to the divine masculine. That's funny. I think about that dream sometimes because everything else that kind of, well, that and then the things that came after it was very interesting. So there's this Page of Cups. Some of you, there's a relationship that wants to be started. There's something that's coming in. Somebody might want to offer you an apology to kind of open the door for bigger things, for seeds to be planted, for things to grow. There's been a hurt. You have the Lovers and the Three of Swords. Ain't that some BS? There's also, I can't see, the Five of Cups. Okay, so this hurt that somebody caused you, that you cared about them, there's a sense of they're regretting that. They're sorry for the hurt. They feel hurt by this hurt. The hurt, like, the hurt they caused you caused them hurt. Okay. And somebody's tired of being hurt. Somebody's tired of being hurt. Somebody doesn't want to be hurt no more, right? Nobody wants to be hurt. Okay, this is our last shuffle. I hope. Okay. Divine feminine to divine. Hold up, guys. Divine feminine has the Two of Pentacles, came out sideways. And then two more that she doesn't want to talk about yet. So, and I think that was all. Okay, so then let's get into the divine masculine's energy. All right. Temperance. We're talking about balance, how they're having or how they need to or how they're gaining internal balance. Divine masculine. Well, we're going to go over her energy first because this is her messages to him. Okay. So there's something where she's been trying to create something. She doesn't feel like it's working out. There's a lot going on. She's feeling a lack of balance, but she's trying to keep everything in order. There's a lot going on for her in her life. There's just a lot of stresses, a lot of things going on. And I feel like that's impacting her balance. This might actually be teaching her to have balance. Do you guys ever have like a really crappy day where you're like, it's like a crappy day and you're just like kind of defeated. You're still having a decent attitude. You're not being an asshole, but you're kind of like over it. So you're like, yeah, whatever. And you're just going through the day and you're like really not in it, but you're like, I don't know. I feel like it's that kind of energy where she's like, she's starting to gain balance by being over exhausted or over, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like she's like being forced to, like, she might be used to doing so much that she's like being forced to kind of be exhausted in a moment, or at a, like, mentally, emotionally, however, just being exhausted to the point that she has to sit there and think things out a little bit more, but in a different way, from a different perspective, from a different angle. She's just seeing, I feel like she's seeing things differently, and she's trying to like go with the flow more. She's not pushing against the things that she has to get done. She's just doing whatever has to get done. I feel like there's not expectations. She's not having expectations like she used to, and that's helping bring in balance. The Three of Wands. Shit. She's not waiting for something anymore, and that's helped her to bring in balance, right? She's wanted communication. She was waiting for something to come in, and then she like quit waiting for it, right? And she's definitely not waiting for it anymore, and that's helping to bring in balance for her. And then, but she's not noticing that yet. She hasn't realized that yet. Maybe she doesn't realize the power that she's gained from not, like, when you, like, it's the law of least resistance, right? Like, if you are resisting against something, you're going to have to deal with it. And if you want something so bad, you're not going to get it. There's like, there's this balance of the stuff, right? And then she also has the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, it's like that, like, she's been diffused a little bit. That's fucked up. There's like this, yeah, like you're just going with the flow, right? You're like you've been diffused. It's that energy of like rushing, and then just kind of like fuck it, going with the flow, and then seeing things from different perspectives. Being diffused. Somebody let the air out of your sails. But I feel like in those moments, as disappointing as it might be, you're actually gaining some sort of healing because you're seeing things from a different perspective. The energy's not so worked up. It's a little bit more calmer. It's a little bit more mellow. You can see things, that you can accept things. That's what it is. You have the ability to accept things easier because it's not so excited. It's not so, I don't know how to say it. Something has been accepted, which caused the energy to diffuse a little bit. And there's like this acceptance of like, okay, there's not going to be forward movement. There's not going to be forward movement. I waited for something that I'm not waiting for anymore. And I like just making peace that there's not going to be forward movement. And that brings in balance. That brings in healing. That brings in some sort of internal, yeah, you're able to work and create things again. I feel like something held up the creative energy. One of them I thought had the Empress though. Yeah, the Divine Masculine had the Empress. I feel like he's always been able to like create, right? Because he's masculine. The masculine energy is the creator. They're the actor. They're the doers. They're the hunters and gatherers. No. Well, yeah. They're the ones who make the offers. They're the action. I felt like the feminine's reception, like receiving energy, or even her perception, I felt like, has been impacted by something. And she was waiting for something to come through to kind of free that up a little bit or fix it. But she's made her peace with it. And she's like, she's done waiting. She's giving it to herself. She's going to be her own divine masculine. She's not waiting for nobody to come to fix her, to save her, to break her heart. None of it. She's on her own journey to heal herself, to realize her greatness, to be successful, to really heal herself, to get out of her thoughts, to know herself better. Okay. Divine Masculine, what's balancing for him, you have the 10 of Cups, the 4 of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. So I feel like how he engages his emotions, maybe his home environment is going to be balancing, or his emotions. Hold on, I don't remember how he creates, how his emotions lead him to create his family environment. I feel like he's gonna just feel more healthy, more stable. He's gonna be more forgiving of people who have hurt him and disappointed him. I feel like he's gonna be able to see things from, like, he's not gonna be like even he's not gonna be living in his ego so much. There's like a sense of being able to, like, when he's hurt and disappointed, instead of being able to just like to say, oh, so and so hurt me, I feel like he's able to be like, oh, okay, so and so like pissed me off or hurt me because they're probably in a mood today. I feel like he's starting to, like, he's able to, like, for those divine masculines that were like internalizing a lot of things, I feel like there's been a healing that's coming to that, or has come to that. And I feel like that changes the approach on how you engage, like how you create your family, how you instill morals, what your morals and values are, how your family dynamics are, like all of those things. Because the divine masculine is the leader of the house, right? He's the one that sets the tone. And I felt like there's something that's healed within him in regards to, like, the energy and whether it dominates and over dominates and things. I feel like it's balanced. His home, like the divine masculine, how he dominates his home environment is more balanced, more healed. I feel like it's more I don't feel like he dominates his home environment. I feel like he runs it. I don't know how to explain it. It's not a mean energy. It's not like it's an authoritative, but it's not dominating. It's not overbearing. All right. And I feel like he's also, there's like something, his passion, his primitive instincts, his intuitions for some have been healed, because his emotions have been healed in some way. Things that he's passionate about. All right, what else? The divine feminine messages to the divine masculine. So I feel like they're both healing, right? The divine feminine has definitely accepted some harsh truths. I feel like she's kind of like what is it? I feel like she's having tunnel vision right now. Or maybe it's not tunnel vision. It's like that where, what is it? It's selective hearing, but it's selective focus. Yeah, it's selective focus, but it's more like exclusion focus. Like she's not interested in focusing on love right now. She's focused on healing herself. She's had bad experiences with love. And I don't mean to laugh. I don't. I can relate to these energies. I find that humor. Like it reminds me of my experiences, and it kind of makes me laugh sometimes. Anyways, there's an energy of, there's like balance coming into her energy. I feel like the divine masculine and feminine, they're both able to like create something or heal their manifestation qualities and properties and things, because they've been healing internally. And your emotions, your intuition, all that is what impacts those things. Your emotions impact your intuition. So if your intuition is not really working, there's something with your emotions that are needing attention, and vice versa. Okay, divine feminine, messages to divine masculine. I'm gonna get a bigger ticket watch. Oh, this is annoying me right now. Okay, I'm gonna try like this. Divine feminine to divine masculine. I think this is gonna be the last shuffle. Okay, divine feminine. Divine feminine to divine masculine. Yay. I don't know which ones came first, so I'm gonna just put them like that. And these ones. All right. So she's got a lot to say this time. Six of Swords. She's moving on from doubting herself. She's moving on from arguing with people. A better way to say it. She's no longer arguing with people. She's no longer defending herself. She's no longer doubting herself. The moon in the reverse. She's allowing her truth to be revealed. She wants to know the truth, but she's not going to fight for it. She's not going to ask for it. And she's not going to be hiding anything from anybody either. She's very confident. You have the Queen of Wands. She's very confident about herself, how she's developed, how she's progressed. The Lovers in the reverse. She's not interested in having a connection right now. The Ten of Pentacles. She's interested in her stability. So interesting though, on the Ten of Pentacles, you do have like a little family environment. And the Ten of Pentacles usually is like everything you would want, right? You have your stability, you have your family, you have your cars, you have everything you'd want. So I feel like she does still want those things, but her primary focus is to have her stability. She wants to have her home. She wants to have her vehicle. She wants to make sure her kids, if she has them, are stable, like everything's good. She's like, I feel like she doesn't want to focus on the things that are problematic or a concern right now. And I feel like love is a concern. Love is an issue. And until those things get better, she's just focusing on her stability. I feel like love is not like, it's kind of like in the back of her mind, in the peripheral, like she does want it, but it's not her main focus. Her future is her main focus. All right, but there's a lot that she's refusing to see. Let's see. So her independence. Hold on. Let's leave these like these. I want to see what his energy is so I can know what's the topic. I want to know what she's avoiding. So anyway, let's go. Masculine energy. Okay, he's got a lot less than Ace of Swords. So truth and communication. This is like divine guidance. This is divine. What the hell? All right, he's got 3 cards. Cool beans, cool beans. And the only card that is up front is the 4 of Swords. So he's healing. He's clearly aware he's healing. He's being guided to heal. And he's allowing it. He's wanting it. So the healing, since we're talking about healing or like spirit dividing. Okay, so let me back up a little bit. So The difference between a page a page of swords and the ace of swords is the page of swords is this is communication. This is from other people. This is like thoughts. These are things in that kind of realm. The ace of swords, these are like spiritual blessings, blessings or spiritual communication, or like intuitive things. Like this is like internal things. It's not something that other people, sometimes it is, but in this circumstance, this is something that like spirit has pushed along. It might be somebody communicated this, but I feel like it's something that like the divine guided. But let's see. So the divine feminine, with the ace of swords being the topic at hand, with her having the six of swords, so spirit's telling her like she has value in herself. Spirit's reminding her of her value. Like you don't need to explain yourself to anybody. And when she does, I feel like it's like, why are you explaining yourself? There's like this sense of like she doesn't need to know because spirit's gonna tell her, right? Like spirit connects with the divine feminine on a very deep way. So we're gonna say, so she's confident, like she's confident because like I don't know how to explain it. She's confident because the things that she's learned about herself, because the things that spirit has revealed to her along the way, the things that she's picked up from her interactions with other people, how they engage with her. She's very confident about herself. love did not work out, right? There's something about her intuition telling her something before and she didn't follow it, and that now coming back to bite her. As like I felt like there was times where there was times where like multiple times actually where her intuition said something, told her something, she was inspired to do something or say something or not do something or whatever it was, and she didn't heed it, right? She didn't listen. She didn't follow the guidance. She didn't follow the advice. So she's disappointed herself. Not only has she been disappointed in love, but she's disappointed herself. And I feel like she's realizing that, and pieces of that tie into love as well for her. I feel like she's letting go of like this hope for a relationship. She's trusting that it's going to come in when it's supposed to come in. She's trusting that spirit's going to take care of that. She's not worrying about that right now. I don't feel like she's really technically worried about anything. I feel like she's just going with the flow. She's living her life. There are nuisances, things that she's dealing with and thinking about, but I don't feel like she's like necessarily like 100% pressed or stressed about anything. I feel like she's like really trusting. She's focused on her future and trying to make sure her stability is solid. And she's trying to follow her intuition and trust that things are going to line up when they're supposed to, how they're supposed to, in whatever way that resonates. Okay, and then, oh shit. Okay. There's this ending that came along. She realized something. She got downloads that helped to finalize the ending. It could also be things that she thought, like a family dynamic. There's a lot of things that she's learned that are different than what she thought she was. She's gotten a lot of downloads. I feel about people, relationships. She's received a lot of downloads, a lot of information. Why things ended, how things ended, the details about things ending. And then there might have been things that came up after the fact to like prove things. Like that's why things ended. Like And there might have been a time where it's like she ran into I'm not going into this. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, next to this ending. So even though there's things that I feel like things at times ended where she might not have been ready, she wasn't wanting it, she wasn't prepared for it, she went with it, she accepted it, she trusted her instincts, she trusted spirit, she trusted herself. But she didn't know, like this ending, I felt like she didn't realize, like she might have known something was gonna come, but she wasn't like trying to deny it, but it finally came. Then she received like facts, like details after the fact that kind of revealed things, filled in the gaps of the story. There's things about her confidence. She's building her confidence for sure, her independence for sure, but she's not aware how. I don't feel like she's realizing the magnitude for how much she's evolved just yet. Let's see. Why do I keep pushing on like that? 9 of Wands in the reverse. This is funny. So she wanted something before, right? We've established that a couple times. She wanted something before. She waited for it to come in. It didn't come in. She got over waiting for it. I felt like she kept being defensive, like it's going to come one day. It's going to come one day. She's not thinking it's ever coming. She's like made that peace. And we've like clearly established that. I don't know why that message keeps coming out. Some of you need to know, if you're the divine masculine, your feminine, she's like, she doesn't think this is ever going to work. She doesn't think there's going to be something that comes. I don't know. Everybody is different. Everybody is different. There's something about she wants, the divine feminine wants everybody to know whatever she used to wait on, she does not wait on no more. She does not think it's possible. There's no fight left in her for something. She wants you to know. Okay. And then you have the 3 of Cups. She's expecting to have a celebration. She's expecting, and like her intuition, she's expecting spirit for some, if there's like no contact here, she's like expecting like spirit to like download something to whoever needs to know. She's not interested in whatever. I don't know. Anyways, let's move forward. The 3 of Cups. There's been some sort of download she's gotten, or yeah, I feel like she's received a download, something that is supposed to be leading her to a victory. She's expecting some sort of celebration. There's some sort of like spirit told her something, and now she's expecting something, and she's hopeful. She's like planning to be partying. She's expecting a celebration from whatever spirit's advising or encouraging. Then the 8 of Cups. So she's walking away from things that are no longer emotionally satisfying, the things that no longer emotionally fulfill her, the things that don't work, right? And I felt like there might have been things where she used to, like, I feel like some of this ties back to things that she used to hold on to too. She thought that there was an emotional element there, but she realized the truth. She might have realized, I'm not going to go into all that. Everybody is different. I'm not going to say everything. She's realized the truth, and it's helped her to release something she might have held on to for a long time or waited for a long time. She's realized the truth in something. She's gotten some sort of insight in something that helped her to release her emotions, that helped her to fully, like, she's not waiting anymore. But she is stuck in her head and her thoughts about whatever these downloads are, whatever download she's received. Like, what does it mean? What's the point? What's the purpose? What is the result? What does it mean? She's stuck in her head about some sort of download. Or spirit advice something, and she's like reprocessing it. And I had did this reading. I don't remember who sign it's for. I think it was Gemini. But it's reminding me of that, as like processing a download. Like you're questioning spirit, and spirit don't like that. But like we're supposed to be able to ask questions, right? The student is supposed to ask the teacher. That's why we raise our hand. Excuse me, teacher, right? Did you guys do that? Teacher. All right, 10 of Wands. It's a lot at times, though, this information, whatever this download is, whatever this information is. It's heavy. It's heavy to know. It's heavy to process through. I feel like that's why she's stuck in her thoughts. What does it mean? How do I get through it? There's elements of this information. Like, obviously, she's healed a lot, but she's stuck in her head, right? She's you got the 8 of Swords up here, but she's also pulled that into her energy on her side now, with the 8 of Swords being the bottom of the deck. So I felt like she's definitely stuck in her head and her thoughts about this, her thoughts, other people's words as well, some experiences and the downloads she's receiving in regards to those. But it's like that thing of like, it becomes too much of a burden and like, forget it. I'm just going to go do something else. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not waiting for it anymore anyways. I don't care. Don't care. Fuck. Anyways, you have the 4 Swords on the Divine Masculine side. So he's getting an intuition. He's getting a download to heal something, fix something. This could be himself or a connection. I feel like this is, well, it could be himself or a connection. I don't know what it is in regards to yet, because the Temperance is internal, but the 4 of Swords, that's healing that 3 of Swords energy. Hi, Wanda. I don't know what I forgot where I was talking about. Sorry, guys. It's like reading a book and then I'm like off. I forgot going to what. I don't remember. So he's talking about healing something. So he might be talking about healing himself or healing like a hurt that was done in the past at some point. Because the 4 of Swords, Temperance is healing yourself. That's an internal balance, healing a hurt internally. But with the 4 of Swords, that could be internally or a conflict with somebody else as well. So let's see what else. 6 of Wands. So his inspiration, his intuition is telling him how to gain a victory through healing. I feel like now, well, it could still be either. It could be himself or another person. And then the 5 of Pentacles, it's another person or himself too. So I'm getting this a couple of different ways, right? So for the Divine Masculine, he's healing himself. He's receiving these intuition, these downloads on how he could heal himself, how he can like stop being so, what is it called? Like taking everything so personal, internalizing everything, allowing people to explain themselves first. Before he just like internalizes something. He could be like working on healing a connection, a hurt, a disappointment that was done to him or from him to somebody else. Hold on real quick. I want to see what's the 2 of Swords. So this download, I feel like at times neither of them want to pay attention to this download, because you have the 2 of Swords underneath this Ace of Swords. So it's like 1, 2, 3, go, right? It's like that that preparing you to do something. But then this is like Spirit's advice too. Spirit's telling you this, but the Two of Swords is like, I don't want to acknowledge this. I don't want to see it. So I feel like this is like, there's like a lot, Spirit had to put a lot of work into getting these people to recognize these things. I felt like there's moments they kind of acknowledge it, moments they don't. They might go in and out of these. Take it as it resonates. Okay, so then you have Divine Masculine. He has the Six of Wands with this Ace of Swords. So he is receiving, and then with this Two of Swords too. So he is receiving these downloads on how does he get this victory, but he doubts it at times, or he doesn't think it's possible. He doesn't want to, whatever it is, I don't know. And then with this Five of Pentacles, he's receiving some sort of download about abandonment or neglect, how somebody was hurt, how somebody was, I don't know. But he doesn't want to acknowledge that. He doesn't want to see it. And then all underneath the Ace, so you have the Ace of Swords, then the Two of Swords, and then you have the Six of Pentacles. So all of this downloads is to ultimately bring balance. But there's times where each party doesn't want to acknowledge it. Like, these are the lessons. These are how you heal. But sometimes I'm tired and I don't want to, or I'm exhausted and I don't want to, or that's like heavy lifting and I don't want to. Everybody's a little bit different. Everything's, we'll see. Let's see. So Divine Feminine messages to, okay, let's get the Spirit's advice. Well, I felt like we already did that though. Spirit's already advised each of them on these topics. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. I'm going to be on doing other readings. So if you want to catch me for that, I'll be on here in a couple minutes after I get this cleaned up. If not, I appreciate you being on here. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of love and light. Bye. Appreciate you. Be kind to yourself and to others. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.